wanted to just like come through, and you just can't this long without thinking about what the hell just happened today at the World Championships, right? Mondo again on the world record. The women's 100 meter hurdles. We spoke about this. I kept saying it's impossible to predict that. And again, we couldn't predict it. I mean, look at what happened in the early rounds. Danielle Williams looking superb. I thought she looked good in the semifinal again. Toby Amerson looking good, getting back on the podium. Wild. Kambunji. I mean, we always thought Kambunji had the ability, but to get on the podium, that was outrageous. I didn't see it coming, to be honest with you. And I know she could do it, but for Masai and for Danielle to not make it on the podium, that was tough. That was tough, I think, in the end for them. But Mondo, I mean, I was about to step into class, and I just saw the last part of Mondo going for the world record, and I just wanted to like get on top of that and just say that this guy is outrageous. 6 meters 30. It's broken the world record for the umpteenth time in what I thought was really a high-class field. Lots of competition. In the end, Karailas didn't go over the 6 meter mark, but he could have. Curtis Marshall looked really good. Sam Kendrick's there, emotional. It was a fabulous pole vaulting there. Women's 100 meter hurdles. I told you when I did my preview, it's the hardest race in track and field to predict. But shout out to Kambunji. Ditaji Kambunji found a way, 12:24. Toby Amerson, in many ways, this is redemption. Back on the medal podium. Grace Stark. You have to like it for Grace too. Grace had a really good season this year, and I think she continued and paid off. She started off really well, looked like one of the athletes to beat. She finds her way on the podium. Masai, hiccup there, runs fourth. It's tough for Danielle because I thought Danielle looked superb in the opening round. So much so when we were talking about it, we said, hey, can Danielle actually do this? Was she really running too well? But it didn't happen. Vesta again. The biggest challenge for me was seeing a new gent not making. And that was, don't stay for long. I don't have much time. But I'm coming back tonight. We're doing a live at 8 p.m. tonight to kind of unpack everything. Tom is in the house. 6:30. It is insane. A year ago, I wasn't sure, or a year and a half ago, whether we could see 6:30. I don't know what the limit is. The guy looks like he still has more in him. I have to see it again. I was watching it from the side of my phone. Got up this morning and I watched most of the stuff, but then I had to leave. But it's like, to pull that off is amazing. I think the competition, El Bakali not winning. I thought he hung out too long in the back there in the men's steepest chase. How many people had Beamish on top of the podium? I didn't. I like Serum. I thought it was going to be a little bit too young for him to do, but he got on the podium. Lemaitre Gurma wasn't there either. So there's so many things that happened today that is worth mentioning. 1500 meter semifinal, lost a few people there too. The disqualification of Cole Hocker there, which he entered the space in a wrong way, and the German got into the final after protest. So tough for the Olympic champion not to be in the final. But we can unpack some of that later. I think Sonia says Mondo is not normal. Akira will have to figure out these big competitions. Yeah, Mondo is unreal. He set the bar so high. And I think the men have kind of tried to respond in ways that they can. Karailas, Curtis Marshall would have loved to get over 6 meters but couldn't today. But maybe at some point he'll do it. Well, Mondo is just way ahead of everybody else, and we've never seen the like. I don't know where the ceiling is. Hopefully, at some point, we'll figure that out. Uh, he's continued to set boundaries. Nice paycheck. Broke the world record a few times again. We've seen it so often that we get to thinking that it's something that should be expected, almost a bit boring from, and it's not. It's just unbelievable athletic performance. As for Akira, I was shocked by that performance, only because, yeah, talk to other people. I know Leighton, when we hear him, we speak, he always says like Akira is a vibes runner. I don't really, know if I fully agree with that, but I get it, and I want to say that I don't know how to explain it. I haven't seen her interviews post race yet. I'll try to catch up on that before we come live later on. But she should have been in the final. At the end of the season, winning the Diamond League and those last couple of races gave me hope that she would be in that space. But it turns out that she couldn't, and she didn't make the final, and that is really, really a hard thing for a high-quality athlete like her. But she's still young, she'll have time, but she definitely has to figure it out, as you're saying, Sonia. Anyway, it was a wonderful night. I thought the hammer throw was great to these athletes there, Zhao and Zhang. I didn't have them on the podium this time. I had Kosonen and Price, hopefully, and it didn't work out that way. But that's the beauty of sport. You don't always predict them right. And yeah, lots to talk about. You think Akira should change the coach? It's an interesting thing. I wonder if it's. I don't know if it's. I don't know, to be honest. That could work. That might make sense, but it could also be just how you handle the pressure of running at the major championships, and that could also be more sports psychologist than anything else. I don't have enough to fully grasp what's going on there, but we'll see. This is a quick live, guys. I gotta make another run, but I'll be back tonight. We'll be back tonight to unpack some stuff, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Hopefully you guys are doing well, but the World Championship is not failing to deliver high quality performances backed up by what we saw yesterday from Melissa Jefferson Wooden, Akeem Oblique Seville, standout performances there, along with other things. Yeah, we'll get to some stuff.